Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Preston, and this is my actually not my first football video, actually, but and stuff like that. This is my first video of me talking about my Seattle Seahawks. So this is my thoughts and breakdown. Oh, excuse me about that. My thoughts and breakdown of the Seahawks. And stuff like that, and then yeah. So that's basically what I'm doing. So, like my thoughts on the Seahawks, this season and stuff. Like, I felt like, we were definitely a tough team. I felt like, we definitely blew it, after like the early, like kind of like the last part of like the early part of the season, and then the mid part of the season, in the later part of the season, they kind of fucked up too, and stuff like that. But realistically, like, I just feel like, like next year really all depends on how Geno Smith is going to do, and stuff like that. How is he going to perform, and stuff like that. Is he just going to throw interceptions like how he was doing before, and stuff like that? Or is he actually going to do better with a different coordinator, and apparently, everybody's right with that. It was Ryan Grubb, and stuff like that, It's just, we never really know until the next season, and stuff like that, like my thoughts, like realistically, like I feel like it's Geno Smith, because no matter what, it's like you can make a dumb throw on any type of throws, and stuff like that, So it's like I feel like it's Geno Smith. But at the same time, like I can get proved wrong, and stuff, because, Geno, he is a tough, player, and stuff. Actually, let me put Geno on. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. But, Geno is, can be a pretty good player. But it just, it's like, I just feel like Geno can be nothing but average. But it's just, we could still have an average quarterback that can still win us, a Super Bowl, because we have a really damn good defense. But it just, at the same time, though, it just, we need to do anything so then Geno Smith is basically perfect on every single game. But the one thing, though, is that we need to not put that much money on the line at all when it comes down to getting a quarterback, and stuff like that, because like whenever we put down a lot of money for a quarterback, then they want to get more money and more money, and then it's easy to get greedy with the Seahawks, because then they want to easily just try to gift you with money, and stuff. So it's like, whatever it is, even if we, like in the future, if we do keep Geno or if we don't keep him, we need to be able to make sure that, we don't get a quarterback that's going to be super duper expensive like Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson kind of destroyed everything. And also, speaking of destroying everything, I feel like, like who's our damn general manager? John Schneider. So like, I ain't gonna lie though, I feel like, once, like 3 to 5 years after like we couldn't win a Super Bowl, I feel like we should have been done fired this dude, because like, you remember like 5 years ago where everybody was like, fire John Schneider, and stuff. And it's like 2 years ago, people were still saying that. People are still saying that now. Fire this fucker. Literally, I am just saying he is not showing any favors. I know we can't do anything about, anybody else, but, like we need to at least get rid of this guy, and stuff like that, because it's like, I just don't know if he's right for the team, and stuff like that, because if we had somebody who was like at least wanting to get some tough players, and stuff, and was actually smart, we would be a really deadly team already. The Seahawks need to do to winning the Super Bowl: get rid of John Schneider. If Geno Smith keeps throwing interceptions, get rid of his ass. All respect to Geno Smith and John Schneider, but I'm just saying, legitimately, for real. But back to what the Seahawks need to do to winning the Super Bowl. Our defense needs to stay the same. Our defense is absolutely amazing. Maybe, and stuff like that, we need to like work on a little bit of our defensive outfield, and stuff like that, like I do feel like our defensive outfield tends to sometimes struggles whenever they get outsmarted, because they do need to be a little bit more smarter when it comes down to like defending like deeper passes. But we, at the most part, we do really good, and I don't really think that's really a big issue, because we could still win the Super Bowl with our defense. With that issue, it's just, we would have to cost a couple of touchdowns with that. But if we wanted to be dominant, we would have to really fix that, and stuff like that, because our defense is really good. Our defense is really good, because honestly, I feel like our pass rush realistically kind of does a lot for us, and stuff like that, because we have, like our, defensive linemen doing a really good job, because we have, Big Cat, Leonard Williams disrupting, hold on, I need to talk about Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams is a big part into our defense, and for our defense to have success, for our team, for my Seattle Seahawks, for us to go to the Super Bowl, and stuff. And that's the thing, because he is our sack leader, and I believe on our D-line or on our team, I think he's like the leading tackler or something, and stuff like that. And he's just really crazy good. He hits hard. He can intercept the ball, even though a D-lineman isn't really, known to intercepting a damn football. But Leonard Williams, he's that one, and stuff like that. And he's a big dude. And again, he's physical, and he's the leading guy on our D line, and this is our future right here, and stuff, as long as he stays healthy, as long as Leonard stays healthy, he's our future on our D line. But the person and the teammate that needs to lock in next season, that really needs to lock in and go crazy next season, and Mr. himself, Tariq Woolen. Reek Woolen, he needs to go crazy next year. Because this year I wasn't really that impressed from him, and stuff like that. I just feel like, he needs to kind of adapt to playmaking a little bit better, and stuff. Like, you can't always have a star, defensive coordinator to always, control what you do. You need to be able to make good plays yourself. Like, the thing is, and I get it, like, he's a tall, cornerback, and, it's tough for him to go and, and to get low, so to go against, like, smaller receivers. But at the same time, this is the NFL. You're going to have to do what you got to do to perfect your craft, and to do what you got to do to being an elite corner. Because Reek Woolen has all the skill sets to being an elite corner. But it's just, he needs to utilize in his mind, what he needs to do, and what I said, to basically being a good corner, because he's good at going against, receivers who are like within kind of close to his height. But whenever he goes against receivers who are kind of like short, like for instance, when we played against the Green Bay Packers this year, he got cremated by Romeo Doubs. And Romeo Doubs is only like, what? Let me look. That was a lie. But still, man, that's the thing. We still need to we still need to have Reek Woolen do good for our future, to do good with our defense, and to be absolutely exceptionally good with our defense. Because Reek Woolen is somebody who knows how to stop the outfield very, very well when it comes down to deep passes. But the last thing that I am going to say, or it might be the last thing that I'm going to say, is that we need to have confident play calls. Because if we don't have confident play calls and shit, that's the thing. Like, how are we going to be able to consistently get the ball up the field and get touchdowns and confidently get touchdowns? Because that's something that I feel like the Seahawks kind of struggle with a lot, is consistently, being confident with their plays, and, and making it where they'll do anything to get constant first downs. Like, they struggle with that. And they basically need to change that up because if they want to be able to be a good team, they need to be able to change it up where they have a confident scheme going. But thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm Preston. Peace out.